you will get your cookies.
Well, it's not really fair. I mean, you sit there and you throw these cookies up to TV and all of us. I actually want some of those oatmeal raisin cookies you made.
Well, I'll see what I can do. It means you have to get your ass into town, and come visit me and all this stuff, and then you will get your cookies. I have no problem baking you cookies.
Oh, all right then. I'll have to get down there.
And also to Juicy Johnny, you'll get your cookies if you ever come and visit me, but no, I'm not good enough. Somebody wants to know what kind of merchandise will SWE have?
Probably the normal T-shirts, DVDs. Outside of that, at this point, I really don't know much.
Right. Hold on. Was DJ Bob the guy who was at the show in Milwaukee that had Zach going? I have no idea. DJ Bob, you need to answer some questions your adoring fans are asking. Um, we also like some more questions from everybody because I'm running out of questions and I'm kind of scared and confused and. Oh, somebody wants to know, would you have a real MMA fight? Because they know that TNA has done that before.
Um, at this point, I kind of doubt it. But I mean, it's always something we're open to looking at, I guess.
Gotcha.
I really don't think they can come to a wrestling show to see MMA. That makes them wrong.
I think, there's a lot of people who, are MMA fans and everything. And MMA around here, they always hold shows down in Racine. There is a couple that hold shows in Milwaukee, but I'm trying to think of where I've seen it. But I'm not entirely sure offhand. I do know that where um, Dave Hero held his GLCW shows in Racine is where MMA, you can go watch it there. I think they have it about every other month. I'm not 100% sure.
Right.
So what else, can we expect to see and hear from SWE in regards to its wrestlers, and who are you currently talking to?
We got a few people that have hit me up, um, and we're looking at getting a few more tag teams on board. Right now, we've got three. Definitely always open to more women. And pretty much anything. I mean, like I said, we're really not turning anybody away. We're just going to see, at what point how they deal with ego and if they can, be a good fit for the fit.
Somebody wants to know are your matches going to be choreographed, or will they go like your big names, or will they go out to the ring and do their own thing?
They're going to go out there and do their own thing.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't choreograph matches. They can go out there and do their own thing. That's when they shine the best.
Exactly, and you can actually tell the difference between wrestling that's choreographed and those that aren't. There's just something extremely fake about choreographed wrestling matches.
Oh, I agree. I absolutely hate choreographed wrestling. I absolutely hate it.
I agree with you completely. So if anybody's, got more questions, if you could just throw them our way because I'm running out of questions and,
I agree with Milwaukee wrestling. If you're going to have a rating system and they're doing it their own way, I mean, yeah, that's definitely a way to have a legit rating system. I agree.
Right, and I have to be said is that I've been lucky enough to go to a lot of the wrestling shows before they actually start to see the guys in the ring. And there was one show in particular where I actually watched them choreograph an entire match, and it was bad because when you actually saw the show, there was no surprise to it at all. You could see everything was like rehearsed, and it was a really bad match, to be perfectly honest with you.
Well, I've worked for Fed where everybody knew what was going to happen, and I will never operate that way.
Now, Milwaukee Wrestling also wants to know is, are you going to have a monthly Power 15 or whatever?
That is not a bad idea. That very well could be, yes.
Okay, that's good to know. Would you ever have male on female matches, or are you just going to have fair matches?
Actually, I would have women versus men matches. If it fit into what we were doing, and I wouldn't really say that that's unfair because I have seen and been in matches with females where it's very fair.
Oh yeah, I will have to agree with you. There are some male and female matches that are they're brutal. They are actually brutal. And somebody's actually said you've lost. You mean you've lost to
Yeah,
females?
yes, I have lost.
I'm wondering if you would be so kind as to say which female you've lost to.
Probably the one sitting next to me is laughing hysterically right now.
Well, of course, because she obviously is a much better wrestler and supremely talented and amazingly wonderful.
I would agree with all that. Yes, she is a much better wrestler.
You only have to agree with that because she will kill you if you don't.
Exactly.
Yes, I quite agree. So, does anybody else have any more questions for Chris from SWE? Please, please. Hopefully AJ will be back soon because if he isn't, I'm going to have to cut this interview short in about 5 minutes. I'm already late for going somewhere right now. Um, but the good thing is that this is going to be a new fed. AJ is actually out buying Christmas presents for our boy right now, so he will be back. He apparently at last mentioned he was on Plankerton, so he's nearly home. Somebody actually said, "Are your referees gonna be assholes or just decent ones?"
I'm looking to have just decent referees who know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, and please, when you have your referees, hold on. When you have your referees, the one thing I do ask is that please don't have what we have experienced the past couple of shows, where your referees count to 3 and then throw up and say it's a 2.
Well, if they count the 3, but it's because they picked up the 2 3/4. It is what it is. But yeah, if they count the 3, the match is over.
Right, because poor DJ Bob was left kind of confused actually on Friday because the ref counted to 3, then called for the bell to be rung. Somebody yelled out it was a 2, and yeah, it was kind of a sloppy end to this particular match.
Well, mistakes happen in wrestling too, so.
That is very true. Yep. He didn't know what he was doing, according to DJ Bob. So
Well, if DJ Bob says it, it's definitely true.
it is definitely true because DJ Bob is a god and knows everything.
Yeah.
Someone wants to know is, will you let everyone have a go at the main event?
Oh, sure. Sure. I mean, it's my fight is not going to have every main event going to be the same. Yeah, everybody will have a go at the main event, sure.
I found a little mouse.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, my little mouse. Say hi to everyone.
Hi.
Yeah, bless him. Say hi to Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hello, Robert.
Robert Flair. Will's calling you Robert Flair.
That was a good time.
Oh, DJ Bob's saying hello, mouse. You gonna speak or no?
I
mean, it has to be said, this child who Chris and Juicy Johnny will actually attest to is probably one of the most talkative, loud-mouthed kids ever, is now completely quiet. Go put a shirt on.
Yeah, he's usually not that quiet.
I was gonna say this is like unusual that my boy is quiet as anything.
Yeah, no, he's always one out there screaming, which is why he's fun to rip on. It doesn't really help his cause though that he brings his loudmouth mother with him either. So.
Kiss my ass.
No, I don't think so.
You wouldn't be anywhere without this loudmouth woman. Who would you argue with at shows?
I'm sure I could find someone, but it just wouldn't be as fun to win.
You never win.
Oh, whatever.
Come on, admit it. You never win. You always win against Robert because he's a 10-year-old boy.
Yeah, that's true. He does run away like a sailor.
Oh, I'm being attacked again. Oh, God. Robert's just fallen over.
No, they bit me.
Oh. See, he's back. Now he's got a shirt on. Is that better? Somebody wants to know is, will the main event always be the highlight of your night? Be the match of the night, rather?
I think it should be, yes. I think it should be.
Do you intend to do any cage matches, that kind of thing?
If I have the means able to do so, yeah, definitely.
That's really cool. What kind?
Yes, Will, I would like to make it.
Oh, God. Ouch. Being attacked by dogs again. Oh. Yeah, don't put her near me. She keeps licking me. She's probably eating poop again. Robert versus Sadist in a steel cage.
That could be fun.
Would you ever risk having a fight in the crowd? Stop.
Sure. If it was done right, yeah.
How about a ladders match with the suspended belts?
Ladders match will be happening, yeah.
Good. That is really good. Now, I understand that Sexy KC is wrestling for a local fed come, when is it? Let me think. Come January 8th. Can you tell us a bit about that?
January 8th, I will be wrestling for Fusion Pro Wrestling, yep. And I will also be wrestling for Seven Rivers Wrestling on the 16th of January.
Now, do you know who your opponents are yet?
I believe I am in the Rumble on the 8th for Fusion. As for Seven Rivers, no, I do not. Okay.
Now, just so everybody knows that Fusion is on January 8th. And when did you say that Seven Rivers is?
January 15th.
Okay, so...
we go to the Fusion Pro Wrestling show. They put on one hell of a show.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. People want to know is, will you have pay-per-view type cards?
I'm actually looking at running one show a year that I guess you could call our WrestleMania. So yeah, that would definitely be that type of deal. Pay-per-view cards, I guess. There will be specialty matches here and there. So I don't know that they'll be every show, but there will be here and there.
Oops, I'm just missing. Could somebody actually, if you could tell everybody who Seven Rivers is?
Seven Rivers Wrestling is run by Derek Martin out of La Crosse, Wisconsin. He wrestles under the name D-Rock or Derek Cobain, whichever one he is, Cobain, whichever one he's under currently. Very good fed to work for. They run out of Hollywood.
Okay, let me see. Okay, I think I've asked you pretty much everything that everybody's asking. I'm just double Robert on a pole match. Good grief. Are you actually going to do what some of the local feds are doing where fans bring their own weapons type matches?
That's a possibility. Like I said, we're open to ideas. So, yeah, that's a possibility. Probably wouldn't end up doing that a lot, but I guess it's a possibility, sure.
And someone else wants to know is what kind of crowds does Seven Rivers draw?
I believe I would not last show, from what I was told, the last show they ran, I think he had about 78 gigs.
That's not too bad.